Salutations, and welcome to Ceremonial Magic with Zephyr of Spiders. Today we're doing an Uda read with the Buffalo Spirit from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirits deck and the Rune of Air. Once again, that is the Rune of Air, the first rune in the Uthark sequence, representing the primal force of all creation. I've chosen to inscribe this rune on the Buffalo Spirit in honor and gratitude of the source of all life on this beautiful continent. Let's take a look around the room. We have ghosts. We have spirits. The wind is with us on this day. It has something to do with air, and something to do with you, and something to do with where you find yourself. So we see there are ghosts. Let's orient ourselves. We are taking shelter from a storm. The ghosts are in here with us. The storm is out there. Possibly it killed them. What do we know about ghosts? Anybody? Question for the class. What do you know about ghosts? What's the first thing you know about ghosts? A ghost is not a thing. Okay? A thing is a thing. This is a thing. A ghost can inhabit a thing. A ghost can act through a thing. When a thing is dense like this, the thing is not likely to be moved by a spirit, but if it's balanced precariously, a ghost might be able to sort of knock it off the edge. But a ghost, not being a thing, can only pull. It can never push. Okay? Nature abhors a vacuum and pulls in to where the ghost is. It's an absence of something. A missing piece. Or something maybe that was sustaining reality or contributing to the ecosystem in some fundamental way is not doing that, and that produces a sucking effect that brings air pressure and energy and into where the trail of where the ghost is supposed to be. The ghost, in order to manifest, it has to desire to be manifested for some reason. This has to do with the spirit's intent, which, we're oriented to all taking shelter from the same storm, and that's how we're oriented. Let's take a look at what we should decide. Oh, hey. Now, see, that's a nice... That kind of takes the pressure off a little bit. I like that. So our situation, our current situation is a little dicey, right? We're trapped in a haunted house in a storm from ghosts. But the good news is, what we're advised to do about that is to go on a big adventure. Look at that. Look, that's you. You're embarking on a big adventure, and I love that for you. There will be a lot of twists and turns, but the path is basically straightforward. You just have your little walking stick, and you walk along the path, and you get to where you're going. And it's really that simple. That's why the ghost is here, actually, is to make sure that the path out of the storm doesn't get you back into another one of these stupid storms. Because I would rather, says the buffalo, not be a ghost, but rather be a living animal. And I'm inclined to agree with the buffalo in that way. How to act. How to be. Well, you gotta be this nerd. Look at that. She's got her ceremonial garb, she's got her tools of the trade, she's fit, she's battle scarred. Now that is fighting the good fight. And fighting the good fight can be just sort of walking along a path, but ultimately, well, the ghost says, historically, there has typically, ultimately, been some kind of resistance at some point. You will either need to be that resistance yourself, or in some way inhabit a form that is stronger, and win a dominance contest of some kind. Now, the dominance hierarchy varies from species to species, and I understand humans have gotten a really tangled thing happening now. It's apparently an alpha move to play video games now. I don't know where that was in the 90s, but, you know, hey. Let's actually get a few clarifying tokens real quick. I want to get a clarifying token for the Autumn Night too. I feel like I understand this whole spiritual path situation. You've probably been in a haunted house of some kind. You know, you've either visited some sacred ground or had a disturbing dream, or someone from your past contacted you, something of that nature. And it has given you a jolt of energy, like a desire to leave the situation you're in. Maybe you've had a fuck this moment. Maybe your job is just really, really, really shitty, and it's time to quit and go on a big adventure. And the ghost is kind of here to guide you on this big adventure. And here we have a threshold guardian you probably will need to fight. So in order to help you prepare for this fight, I'm actually going to pull some clarifying tokens. Alright, I've never done this before in this context, so we'll see how that goes. But this is the rune, actually is the rune of beginner's luck. So I have the right spirit here to help me with getting good tokens that really help clarify the situation. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, tokens aren't the most clarifying thing ever in the whole world anyway. What do we have? We have the puzzle box. Where do I feel the puzzle box goes? I feel like you found it here in the shelter area. I don't think the puzzle box is the Autumn Night. We have another one of these item tokens. I think you'll probably find that. I think you'll probably actually find a couple of these on the way. You know, on your quest. And then we do have the guilty hands. I always think of the like black gloves from Jello, and that feels like your threshold guardian is coming up. We've actually got a couple of those. And as far as the helping hand over here, we've got this ghost. So I think that helps clarify. Yeah, no, I mean that should pretty much explain the whole thing. Yeah, if you have any questions, put a confused sequence of emojis in the comment section. And if you don't believe in tarot, then I don't understand your worldview. And if you don't believe in the sacred as a concept, then kill yourself. I'm not joking. Okay, goodbye.